Okay, let's try this again. Let's see if I can get anybody in here that can help me. I am trying to go live. I want to know if there's anybody out there that can hear me. I'm trying something new. I'm always trying something new. You guys always know that I am always trying something new. So let me know if you guys can hear me, if you can see me. I'd rather just go live with it to see if it actually works. So let me know. I see people joining in. So can you guys can you comment maybe and let me know, or because I can't see any reactions. I'm doing this from my desktop. I've never done this with my desktop, and I'm using a new mic, so I'm trying to see if the mic is working. So somebody jump in here and make a comment and let me know. Okay, Tanika, you said you can hear me. All right, dope. That's dope. That's dope. I wanted to try something new. I wanted to know how my sound sounds. So I don't necessarily like test this. Like I don't do trial runs and then do it. I do it real live. You know how people have like there we go. All right, cool. All right, cool. So it sounds good. All right, so look, so I wanted to talk about tonight. I wanted to talk about credit. So y'all can just go ahead and jump off now if you don't want to hear anything about credit. But I just sat down here, so I'm gonna jump right into this because I wanna eventually look back at this and I want to see the sound and the quality. So, as most of you know, I do have a credit repair business, and this is not a plug for my credit repair business. What this is a plug for is I do have a 790 credit score, 770 to 790 credit score. And while I was sitting here, I was wondering to myself, I said self, and myself said yes. I was wondering, what are we so afraid of when it comes to credit? So the house that I have now, I'm going through the process of refinancing the house that I have now. And I see so many people, and I'm in these groups, and even when I went out today to help people, to give them food and give them encouragement and give them a word, it just seems like we're just like we don't want to talk about credit. We don't want to talk about financing. Even when I'm showing people what I'm doing, I just don't. I don't know. I don't. And then I'm doing this because I really want to know: is it me? Is it my delivery? Is it the way I'm coming off? Is it because I keep making these videos? Is the message going too? Have I created too much content? And so I just sat here today. I have a great credit score, and I was thinking to myself, like, I could always use more money, right? So I always show you guys like my stack of bills, right? So it's not my stack of bills, my stack of credit cards. But I just sat here just now, and I just got another $20,000 in credit because I can, right? Strategically leveraging my credit. I don't run out. I don't run out and I don't just run out and just run up my credit. I don't do that. I haven't ran my credit in over a year. Just I think the last purchase I got was that truck that y'all saw. So I'm not just out. I don't advocate just going out and just racking up credit cards. All the credit cards that I get are leverage credit cards, and all the credit cards I get are cash back reward cards, and they give these bonuses. No annual fee. Like I got another American Express card today, which if I spend $3,000 is going to give me $500, right? So that to me, that's free money. So why would I leave any free money? I don't know. Just my mentality I've always had. Why would I leave free money laying on the ground? Like if they're going to give me $500, I'm going to spend the 3,000 anyway. You're going to spend the 3,000 anyway. So all I'm saying is, if you're going to pay your bills, if you're going to pay your insurance, if you're going to pay for your cell phone. If you're going to do these things anyway, why not take use of it or get advantage or the $500 that I get from the credit cards, that's going to help me pay another bill, right? And then I picked up another, so I got $10,000 on one card, and I got $5,000 on two other cards, but they were completely free. And I just want to know, what is it about us that we've been programmed or we've been conditioned not to want credit, use credit, stay away from credit. It's the devil. It's evil. Credit is a trap. And I'm sitting here living my life where, like, so in this stack that I don't know how well you can see, and I got another small stack that I'm starting to build now. My goal is to amass as much credit as possible. So as much credit as I get, that sort of it insulates me, and I'm able to absorb some negative things that may happen in my life. So, these things happen to us, and, you get a repossession, you get a medical bill, you get a bankruptcy, something happens in your life, and then your credit tanks. And I have so many, so many of my clients that especially now that we're going through this thing, like so many things are attached to your credit. And so, are you guys hearing me? Am I making sense to anybody? I mean, I know you guys end up watching these videos, but I really want to start having a more interactive conversation. Why do you think we stay away from credit? Why do we shy away from it? What are we so afraid of? We never, I have clients that never look at their credit score. I know people that, and even me, I'm guilty of it too. I remember when I was married, I didn't know I knew she had a set 100, but I didn't know her credit score really. She didn't know my credit score really. I didn't know her credit pass. She didn't really know my credit pass. And so we're entering into these relationships with people. We're working these jobs, and we don't know where we stand. What is it about us that we don't want to know about it? We don't want to pick up on it. We don't want to talk about it. Somebody help me. Somebody, let's engage. Let's have a conversation, and let's see, what is it about us that we just do not want to discuss credit? Why are we allowing, if they're building the system? I'm waiting on you guys to talk. So I'm talking because I'm waiting for someone to interact with me. What is it about us where we just don't want to talk about credit? I mean, and again, I'm not doing this because I don't want you to feel as though that you got to call me because I know you've been talking to me. But if my life keeps improving, my life keeps increasing, I keep gaining more and more access. Do you know how hard and how hurtful it feels to know that I'm leaving people? I'm giving you good information. I'm bringing to you what's working in my life. And then I just don't see a lot of people. Let me see if I can share this to some groups. I'm loving this thing here, man. Let me see if we can do this. You guys, hang in there with me, man. Hang in there with me. Oh, that's dope. That is dope. So, I'm wondering why can't we share this information with more people? What is it that has that? I want to end that crab in the barrel mentality where I'm finding information and I'm finding things that are helping in my life and I'm improving areas and aspects of my life and I'm going higher. And I just see certain times where we don't want to, you can't tell me that you're comfortable just working every day and paying bills and struggling. That cannot be your reality. Am I talking to myself? Maybe I'm talking to myself. All I see is Kenyatta on there, just giving. I see people watching, but I don't see people commenting. And this is another thing that I'm saying, like in life, is like you're watching me do this, you're watching me grow this, do this channel. And if you guys don't know, I'm starting to go over to I'm going over to YouTube, man, because my YouTube algorithm has been crazy. It's been insane. I've just gone over 9,000 subscribers on YouTube. YouTube's cutting me a check now. Hey, listen, Facebook world, I love you guys. I don't want to leave you, but I've been posting every day on Facebook for almost 10 years. You guys know, you've been following. I've been posting for 10 years and, tweaking things and doing things and building my credit, building my life. And I think what's going to end up happening is I'm just going to roll over to YouTube, man. Lauren says, what was the reason you once said always keep one car in your name versus a trust? Yeah, so look, I guess we can touch on that too. I mean, I guess that kind of deals with credit a little bit, Lauren. So when I first started Sugar and Bar, I was a sole proprietor. That's how I started my company. I was a sole proprietor because that's what someone told me to do. I hired an accountant. They said I needed to become that. And then after that, I hired another accountant. And of course, the accountant that I hired, after that accountant told me, oh, no. You don't need to be a sole proprietor, man. You need to be a LLC. And so I paid for them to have me create to be an LLC. And then the next accountant that I used after that, they said, oh, no, you don't need to be an LLC, man. You need to be an S Corp. So I became an S Corp. And there's different, I am not a tax professional. I don't know all the inner workings in and outs of the tax laws, but I do believe that me becoming an S Corp kind of helped me grow my business because I started looking at my business like other businesses, right? Like I started looking at how they were structured, Marriott, Walmart. How are these companies able to have these other subsidiary companies? And what I found was a lot of them were S corps. There was a whole bunch of other stuff that was behind it too. They were registered in Delaware and evading taxes, offshore accounts. That's a whole nother conversation. But I saw that they were taking on these liabilities in life, cars, homes, and they were turning them into assets. And even another thing that they were doing was they were taking the depreciation value, so like, I don't want to bring up the guy that's paying $750 in taxes, but if I bet you if you had to break down his taxes, if we looked at his tax records, he's taking a massive cut in depreciation on his real estate. So if I'm watching these corporations do that, and this is what I'm saying, this is kind of why I want to open this conversation up. If I'm watching these corporations do that, why wouldn't I want to do that in my life? Why wouldn't I want to start learning or shifting or making things happen in my life the same way these corporations are? So if I can depreciate my vehicle, if I can depreciate my home, or if I can write off some of it and get some money back. And this is what I'm saying. Like I started just started tweaking and moving my life in the way that those people started doing it. I started realizing that wealthy people don't have money. They don't have cash like we do, like we've been conditioned to do, right? We've been conditioned to like everything. If I don't have the cash, then I don't need it. That's what we've been taught. I've been taught that. I know you guys have been taught that. You've been taught if you don't have the cash, you don't need it. Wealthy people don't think that way. And it's not even about becoming rich. It's not about becoming wealthy. Guys, like, the economy, where we are in life, what's happening to us. Look, America has a 500-year jump on us, right? So within our lifetime, you may not become a billionaire. And I don't want to wish anything negative. I hope you go out and get all the money you can. But at some point, we got to start where we are. And so what I did for myself was I saw where I was at in life. I saw the money that kept going out of my life. I kept getting my tax return every year. I would get my tax return, right? I would get my tax return. And then I would look at how much money I grossed over the year and how I didn't have anything left. How I was making $200,000 a year, but I didn't have $1,000 in the bank. And I've shared this with people before, when we sit down and talk. I looked at how could I have these paychecks coming in every 2 weeks, and yeah, sure. Look, I had the suit, I had the car, I had the home, I had the outwardly appearance of like I'm getting it, but realistically, at the end of the day, I was living struggle to struggle. And it wasn't until I started realizing that I had a bad relationship, I was programmed wrong. I had been my upbringing in terms of money and credit and stocks and real estate and capital and leverage. I was just taught wrong. Nobody ever sat down. We never sat down at the dinner table and discussed real estate. We never talked about this stuff. And so one day I woke up and I just started looking at my life and it's like, I'm wasting so much time. Here I am now in my 30s and I have nothing. And of course, 2008 happened, like it happened to a lot of us. And I had all my eggs in one basket. I had a job that was paying me 200 grand a year. I had bills every day. I had a bank account that I only put money in one bank account. I was not diversified. If I had a 401k, I probably had about $500 in it. I don't think I had any stocks at that time. I definitely didn't have any life insurance, and if I did, it was probably through my job. I can't even remember if I did or not. I was basically just living struggle to struggle, like I see a lot of people that I talk to. And guys, by no stretch of the imagination, me doing this, me talking to you, I don't know how this is being received in the universe. I haven't made it. I'm not rich. I'm not famous. I didn't. But what I did do with my life is there came a point where I couldn't keep going down the same road because I kept getting the same results. And so now what I did is I fixed my credit. I repaired just the stupid, dumb things that I had put off. And so many of us, you're so scared to even run your credit report. You know how many people I talk to, like my credit clients, and I ask them, what's your credit? And they're so like embarrassed to tell me. Like, I'm not going to judge you because of the mistakes that you made and that's why I'm here. I'm here to help you navigate and get you through this. So I asked them, what's your credit? And so many people, they don't even look at it. They haven't looked at it in years. They kind of know what's on it. Guys, you got to face it. You got to face it. Now, look, I'm not sitting here saying, because again, someone's going to take the opportunity now to jump on my feed and say that, oh, you don't have to pay nobody. You can do it yourself. Absolutely, you can. It took me a year, almost 2 years to fix mine. But knowing what I know now, I could fix it in 30, 40, 60 days. But I didn't know that in the beginning, So you got to face it. And I had to sit down and had the hard conversation with myself and just realize, as a grown man, this is ridiculous that I'm walking around here with a 400 credit score. It's detrimental to my family. It's not God did this is not a God didn't do this. I did it. And how can I walk out here and be a man and look at myself in the mirror and say that I'm a king and I'm a gladiator and I'm all this and all that when I'm walking around and I didn't take care of my responsibilities? Because that's what credit is. It's you being responsible. So when we talk about these things of like credit is a trap, if you don't have the cash for it, you don't need it. Guys, we have been programmed wrong. Credit is leverage. What I'm learning, I'm giving you, like, man, I hope that somebody's picking up from this or you're gaining something from it. What I am learning, that I wish somebody would have taught me, is that credit is leverage. These cards are leverage. So if somebody kicked in my door right now and they were like, we're going to rob you, you're going to get these cards that are traceable, because I don't carry cash. I don't have any cash. I don't carry cash. I don't like cash. I don't spend cash. I don't transfer cash. I transfer electronic digits through credit, and I leverage the bank. I take the bank's money and I use that in my life, and I use their money against them. So I'm never paying any interest. Chrissy, you say you hope that people watch this and take heed. I hope they do too. Look, I know when these videos come out, even now, right? I know I babble on. I never write anything down, but I've been doing this. It's been growing a little bit. I got some lights behind me now. Got a microphone. Never had that before, right? I've been doing this for 10 years, 10 years, consistently for 10 years. And I think that a lot of it is, I think some of you are just too close to me. I think you're too close. I think that it just, you ever think of it like this? You ever think of like, how like if you have a child, right? You have a child, and then your child, like, what's the thing on Family Guy? And then the kids is like, mom, mommy, ma. It's like I've been saying the same message or similar messages the same way for 10 years. Yeah, a lot of people get it, but it's just going over your head. And like, maybe my voice now, you just tune out. Like, maybe when you see me go live, you're like, you know what? He's talking about something motivational. I'm not going to watch that. But the reason I do it and the reason I keep going with it is because every single day, every day I get a message. Every day I get an inbox. Every day I get a new client. Every day my numbers go up. Every day my subscribers or my view count, and I see the impact that it's making. So you guys right here, this is my personal channel. It's not a business channel. It's not I'm not on here selling anything. I never really come on here asking you to buy my course and I think maybe because I'm sort of giving it away for free that a lot of people don't believe it. But I say all that to say this. At the end of the day, I know exactly who I needed and what I needed at the time when I was in that dark place, at the time when I did not have $1,000 in my bank account. I remember when I could not pay my rent. I remember when I had to make a decision whether I was going to get milk, bread, eggs, and cheese, or if I was going to put that last couple of dollars in my car, get to work, try to close a deal, and get some money to bring that home. I remember what that felt like. I remember what it feels like to have to come home and I didn't pay my rent for 2 months. And when you living in that world where it is your day to day, and you don't know if your stuff is going to be outside, you know what I mean? Or you go to work and they fire you and you have no other way. Guys, I'm talking pre-Uber, all that, right? And you're living in that world and you don't have no more money coming in and you spent all the money from the last time and you have nothing in the bank and you have no way. God, I lived that life. When you're living that life, like so many people that I talk to, when you're in that world, the only thing you're trying to do is survive. So when you see someone come on here like me and I make a video and I'm telling you, oh, go out there and live your dream. Oh, there's so many things you can do. You're already at a low point in your life. You're worried about keeping a roof over your head. You're worried about putting food on your table. You're worried about your transmissions is going to fall out in your car. If this car goes down on you, you can't make it to work, and you've already been late twice, and they told you if you come late again, we're going to fire you. I've been there. I've been there. And so I make these videos for that one person, right? It may not be everybody. It may not be everybody. But I created for that one person who was like me, when I got down on my knees and my soul cried out to God, and I just said, God, can you just help me? Just help me. Just help me get through this. I don't want a handout. I don't want somebody because you know how people are, right? People will loan you $5, and you go out and create $1 million empire, and they gonna tell everybody, oh, he wouldn't have that if I didn't give it to him. I didn't want that. I wanted to create something on my own that I could stand on my own to as a man, that I could look myself in the mirror every day, that as a father to my children, I could become a better, greater man. As a son to my mom and dad, give them something, and I'm so blessed that now my parents they're still alive. I talk to them every day. And I was talking to, who was I talking to today? I was talking to someone today, and I was telling them Sarah, we were talking through the thing, Sarah knows my family. And I said, I haven't hugged my mom. Yeah, because I don't want to give her, I don't want to be out in the streets and then bring something in. And then, she's 70 years old. Something happens to her. I could never live with myself, right? But I'm not hugging my mom, but she's still alive and I can talk to her. And I know there's so many people out there who don't have the same blessings or opportunities that I have. So what right, and this is what I was saying in my mind, I know, are we even talking about credit? What right do I have to be negative? What right do I have to hold this information, right? What right do I have to say, okay, I'm not going to go live today because maybe somebody doesn't want to hear this message? No. When I was down on that bathroom floor, I wanted someone to believe in me. I wanted someone to open that door, whether it be God or man. I wanted somebody to open that door and look at me, or even me from the future, right? What would I say to myself if I walked in there and saw myself down on that bathroom floor? And I tell you guys, man, I would tell myself to get up. You can't stay here. You may have gotten knocked down, but this is not your life. God didn't design you to stay here. Get up, stand up, look yourself in the mirror. You got to stop drinking. You got to stop hanging around with these women. You got to stop using these women. You got to stop. Making excuses for your life. You can't look at the debt that you have and just drink your problems away. You got to face it. And so I faced it. I'm nowhere near where I want to be in life, but I'm also not where I was. I had a 490 credit score. You are out there with a 400 credit score. You can't do anything. You can't do anything with a 500 credit score. You can't do anything with a 600 credit score. They're playing a game with our lives. And all I had to do was get out of this 400 basement to reach higher to a 700 basement. And then one of the other biggest things was, they play this game with us in our lives and they attach everything to this credit. So you think, okay, well, I'm gonna fix this, I'm gonna fix that. But nobody, nowhere is showing you how to maintain your credit. So, okay, you could get to a 680 this month, but you fall back down to a 520. You're like a roller coaster. You're rocking up and down. No, I wanted to get to the highest level possible and then set that thing on cruise control and coast, and then incrementally grow my life. And so here I was at 30 years old, realizing that I had screwed up my entire life. Credit was part of it, but even when I make this, or even when I say this, credit is not the answer. It's not the answer. Credit to me is the key that unlocks the door. It laid the foundation for the life that I live now. Credit, faith, dedication. It's a whole bunch of words in there, a whole bunch of empowerment words. It's a cog in the workings of my life. So once I began, guys, if you are living with a 400, 500, 600 credit score, you are living a cash life. Your life is cash. And even if you are getting anything, and even if you are getting a car, or you're getting an apartment or whatever, or a home, they're giving you the highest rates possible. Absolutely, you can get a car with a 600 credit score, but they're going to tell you, I need taxes and tags. I need $2,000 down. I need $3,000 down. That truck that I bought, I put no money down. Zero, nothing. I was in and out. I got that truck faster than I could order a pizza. I was in and out of the dealership in under 30 minutes. They gassed it up, washed it up, sent me on my way. And then you get treated a little bit. Come on, man. You guys know what I'm talking about. You get treated a little bit differently when you got a 700 credit score, when you got an approaching 800 credit score. It goes from And I tell you, I always use car dealership because that was my life prior to Sugar and Bar. You know, when someone got a 400, 500 credit score, you treated them like, hey, Corey, sit right here real quick. We're going to work some things out. I'm going to get right back to you. But when they go in the back and they run your credit and you got that 750, that 770, that 780, you then become Mr. Brim. Mr. Brim, is it too cold in here for you? Mr. Brim, can I grab you something to drink? Mr. Brim, are you okay? It's just right through. You breeze through life. And so I see a lot of us suffering. I see a lot of us not really making it as far as we like. Look, guys, I know I'm talking about credit, and I know, and again, I just wanted to test out my microphone to make sure everything's okay, test out my lights, do the playback and see how it looks. But once you open up, your destiny is tied to your credit. Your business is tied to your credit. Your marriage is tied to your credit. The opportunities that your children can get in life tied to your credit. So if we're going to go through this thing in life and we're going to keep playing around with this thing, why not? I just got tired of playing. Why am I playing around with my life? Why am I playing around with my future? Why am I playing around with this gift that God blessed me with that showed me that I could become a greater man, that I don't have to worry about another man or a woman. I don't I don't have the biggest house. I don't have the fanciest car, but I don't need another woman to help me pay the bills around here. So, I jokingly say, and this is maybe going a little bit too far, but it's okay. This is me. It's my thing. You don't like it, you can check out. But I got this thing where, like, in my house, I pay all the bills. I pay all the bills. All of them. I'm not doing that thing where I'm going to split the bills 50-50 with somebody. I'm not doing that. I'm the man. I'm going to take care of everything underneath this roof. That's me. But I'm saying that with the confidence and being very transparent with, I wasn't always this way. I didn't always think like that. I thought that I went to work, it's 50-50. I don't think like that no more. And if there are any men watching this, that ain't a stab at you, brother. And if there's any women watching this, that ain't a stab at your man or who you dealing with. I just know that as if I declare myself a king, if I declare myself a gladiator, if I tell myself that I control everything in my universe, why am I going to allow someone else to dictate what happens in my life? I'm not. So I'm the emperor here, right? This is my land. So everything that I command within my voice, within my reach, within my territory, this is mine. So if something were to happen, I'm not dependent, because I lived that life. I lived that life where a woman could put me out. I lived that life where my life fit in the trash bag. Brothers, listen, man. I'm not gearing this particularly towards men, but men, your whole life shouldn't fit. Your whole life shouldn't fit in contract bags, man. She shouldn't be able to just get 2 or 3 contract bags and put all your Nike shoes out in the cold. No, man. No, we talking king building, man. I'm talking to some kings. I wanted to be a king. And so I started looking at my life. I started looking at my credit. I started looking at how I could leverage my credit, right? Because you guys hear me. You know what I do all the time. Even today, I went out, right? I went out today. I put some gas in one of my cars. I use my credit card. It's giving me 5% cash back. I use the app that I have that pays me to get paid back from my credit card. I scan my receipt. And even when I show other people how to do this, so yeah, okay, look, I may have spent $100 today, right? But what if in the grand scheme of things, once I work out all the numbers, what if I got 50 of my dollars back? Like we're in this, we are living in America. You're in a land of hustle, but we don't want to hustle. I put up free apps and free things telling you could do this too. I'm not going to get up in the morning and be like, hey, let me see who's on here. Johnny, right? So like, I'm not going to call, and Johnny, I just looked on the thing, but Johnny, that's a good, Johnny, come on, tell him your credit was jacked up, brother. It ain't now though. It ain't now. How long have I known you, Johnny? How many years did we talk? And you was like, I'm gonna fix my credit. I'm gonna fix our credit. And you out there working, you on that boat, and you be in the Navy, you in the Navy, and you doing all this and doing all that. And then one day Johnny was like, man, you know what, man, I gotta fix my credit. But what if Johnny would have just did it when he said he was going to do it? How many friends do you have in your network? How many people do you have around you that need help, that's walking around just blind? And so one day Johnny called me. He's like, I'm gonna do it, bro. I'm ready. I couldn't make him ready. He was ready when he was ready. And once he decided that that was what man, we talking about power and intention now. Once Johnny decided that he was tired of living his old life, and Johnny, I don't even know if you still watching, but if you are, jump in here and let these people know that I'm not this I ain't capping. What the young kids call capping. I ain't capping. Once Johnny decided that he was tired of living that life, he was tired of struggling day to day. Yeah, he had a good job. Yeah, he was chilling. Yeah, he was having fun, but he wasn't living up to his full potential. And then when he called me and said, "I'm ready," brother, I'm like the altar, man. You know, when you go to church, I've been waiting on you. I've been waiting on you. Not one time did I hound Johnny, right? Not one time did I say, "Hey, you know, you said you're gonna fix your credit." He's a grown man. I treat all my clients like you're a grown adult. It's not my job to force you. The one thing I did tell him, and we can laugh about it. We can laugh about it. But the one thing I did tell him is like, look, I'm going to Vegas. He's like, yo, I might come to Vegas too. I said, bro, don't you come to Vegas and your credit jacked up, right? Don't come to Vegas and your credit jacked up. And then his was even smooth about that. He got on me. He was like, who you think you talking to? I've been fixed my credit. I've been fixed it. And I'm like, okay, dog. My bad. I didn't know. He had been listening. He had been absorbing what I was saying. He started using the information that I put out there freely. He may have not done everything, but then he started putting that's all you really need. It's like when you go on YouTube and you start watching these videos, they're not going to tell you everything, but if you could just get a couple pieces. And that's all I really did, even when I'm growing this. If I could just get a couple pieces, I could figure the rest out, or I could hustle it up a little bit myself and figure the rest out. And that's all Johnny did. He just started putting one piece to another piece, and he just started putting it all together. And then boom, this brother, I don't even know, man, what's your credit score now? 680, 700, 720, something like that. But he came from out the mud. He came from the bottom and pulled it up. And so at the end of the day, that's what I'm saying. Like, I can find good men like that, right? I can find good people like that. And I can't really waste my time trying to convince you to fix you. Debt is slavery. Poverty is slavery. I lived all of my adult life not knowing that I was being set up. I lived my entire adult life not knowing that there was greatness out there for me, not knowing that credit could open that door. It wasn't the answer. Listen, credit is not the answer. But we got to stop being fearful. We got to stop being programmed. We have to stop allowing others to dictate what our destiny is. We have got to take back the rings of our life. And then to me, credit, economic empowerment, financial literacy is a key component that's missing out of our community. I'd love to get with some young people. My children, they have 700 credit scores. They got 700 credit scores. I sat down and taught them the stuff that my parents didn't know. And that is not a knock. I tell you guys all the time. I'll repeat it. That's not a knock on my parents. My parents they didn't know what they didn't know. They grew up in a different world. Ladies and gentlemen, outside in that world out there, we living in a different time. Every single day, there are companies making billions of dollars. Every single day, they are leaving us. The gap from wealth to middle class, there is even no middle class now, right? But the gap from where they are to where we are is so massive. And every day it gets wider and wider. Why do you think these CEOs are making all this money? Why do you think I want to go out and create companies? Because that's where the money's at. That gives me the freedom. I have freedom. That's all I have. I'm no better than anybody on here. I just have freedom, financial freedom. So I build up these buffers. I stack up this credit, this available credit. I don't listen. Somebody type this in here for me, right? Somebody type this in for me. I don't live on credit. I leverage credit. I don't live on credit. I leverage credit. I take the money from the bank. I use their money. I flip it. I give it back to them. And I do my best not to pay them interest. Because 99% of everybody out there is paying interest. They're never going to change the system because, and look, I'm just a small little guy with a couple people following me, going live on Facebook. I'm not going to overthrow the credit card companies. I'm not revealing to you some major secret. I'm just one little dude. And I'm not saying that to diminish myself. I know my voice is going to get out there. God told me that my vision, that he's going to help me change people all throughout the world. I know where it's going. But at the end of the day, there's 7 billion people in the world. They're not going to change the policies because I'm going live right now telling you that I just sat down here tonight and got another $20,000 in credit cards. They want to give you the money because 95% of you are going to hang yourself. They're going to give you enough rope to hang yourself. What I'm telling you to do, family, is don't hang yourself. What I'm telling you to do, family, is become your own bank. What I'm telling you to do, family, is level up. What I'm telling you to do, family, is king up. What I'm telling you to do, family, is queen up. What I'm telling you to do, family, is start creating generational wealth. What I'm telling you to do, family, is like, let's stop the generational curses. I don't want to talk. I don't speak that in my life no more. I don't talk as if my dad did this, so it's going to happen to me. I don't say that my uncles, it runs in my family. No, from me, maybe it did run in my family, but from me, you know what flows from my family now? Wealth. You know what flows from my family now? Prosperity. You know what flows from my family now? Inheritance of faith. That's what flows from my family now. So all that, we used to hang out and get drunk and get high and womanize. No, I don't know nothing about that. That was the old me. That Corey's dead. Gone. The new me is structured on how can I level up in life? What can I do to make my children proud of me? What kind of legacy can I live when I'm dead and gone that still lives on after me? So I got all these little hustles going on, right? Got all these little side streams of income. They're not making me. I'm not a millionaire. No stretch of the imagination. Not yet. Not yet. But so what if my like I was saying on my YouTube channel, Roy, we were talking about this today, right? My YouTube channel, I used to get $2-3 a day from the YouTube channel. I just got $100 the other day. I'm averaging $70 to $100. That's going to continue until the day I die. So I can leave that for my children. I don't even care what it is. But as a man, as a father, as a son, as a nephew, as a cousin, how can I go through this life and not want to set my family up? How can we do that? How do we feel comfortable? How do you feel comfortable creating a GoFundMe account for your family member that died? It doesn't feel good, right? Because you're alive. You can party with me all the time when we're alive, but you're telling me you can't set aside $14 a month to bury yourself? I'm not an insurance agent, okay? I'm not selling you anything. But you can't put away just a burial policy. You can't bury yourself. And so here we are, we boys, right? You and your girl, your bestie. Y'all been rocking, because most of the people who follow me, guys, come on, man, y'all 40 years old. I ain't got no youngins following me. You guys are 40 years old. Y'all been rocking out, hanging and banging, going to the club for 20 years. Your best friend dies. So you telling me all the people that we hung around with, everything that we done in 20 years, we got to start a GoFundMe because we can't bury you because we can't come up with $6,000? We can't come up with $6,000. And so here we are, 40 years old, and you put up a GoFundMe and everybody puts up $10, $20. Shameful. Shameful. We putting up $20. You've been my friend for 20 years, 10 years, 5 years. We've been working with each other side by side in the same cubicle, day to day, going to lunch with each other all the time. And the best you can do is you can muster up $20 on the GoFundMe. Guys, that's sad. So this is what I started looking at my life. Who do I have around me? Where am I going with this? Why do I have these people? Why am I spending time with these people when they aren't depositing anything in my life? Why can't I make my life better? And then why can't I hold the people that's in my circle accountable to a higher standard to be around me? I'm not better, but I deserve better. I'm not richer, but I want more. There's an entire world out here that I'm supposed to have, and I'm not getting it. We're not getting it together. Why are we both struggling? No, we need to level up. We need to level up. Credit is the foundation. How many times do we got to keep saying, Baltimore, I'm going to go buy one of them row houses. With what? You ain't even got $5,000. They giving them away. And even if you got the 5,000, you don't have the credit to rehab it. So when you talk about gentrification, when you talk about like they came in and stole it, how'd they steal it? Misinformation, miseducation. We're not educated. And again, I tell y'all, I'm not sitting here preaching to you like I figured it all out. I'm just beginning to learn that if I would have known this stuff 20 years ago, if somebody would have made a little video like this or gave out some free information to me and not had me sit at the Marriott for 12 hours and then at the end of the presentation try to sell me something of some money that I don't have or some products that I don't have or some stuff that I'm trying to distribute to talk to my friends and family that don't want to support me, if somebody would have just fast forward me, if somebody would have just imagine, it's a starting line and we're not even in the race. We ain't even in the arena. We ain't even in the parking lot. So if somebody would have just got me to the starting line, just to the blocks, give me a chance to compete, where would you be? Knowing what you know now, where would you be? So wake up. Not for me. You ain't got to call me, but just wake up. Just wake up. All right, Roy, what'd you say? Let me read this stuff off. Roy said we're going live tonight. We're going live now, Roy. I can't bring you in on this, though. Clinton says, do the work and figure it out later. Amen, Clinton. Amen, brother. Do the work and figure it out later. 99% of the time, credit is for those who ain't got cash. Amen. Cash, that is. And the most rich people tend to meet our credit. They do. They don't tend to offer their credit and pay cash. Absolutely. I'm reading the comments here as they come in. Ooh, this is long. Miss Williams. I'm going to have to go back and read that one. Yeah, so most people, most rich people that I know, or most, wealthy or affluent people that I know, they don't deal in cash. And honestly, some of their credit ain't that, it ain't that much better than yours. It's not that much better than yours. My ultimate goal is to keep my credit 720 or higher. 740 really, but that's a tight rope that you have to walk. So I try to keep my credit 740 or higher. So, I try to stay in the sevens. I definitely try to stay in the sevens though. And is it easy? No. Look, I'll give you some quick nuggets, right? And I think I've been telling a lot of people lately. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to compose this in some sort of I don't know, it's like some sort of ebook or like someone saying maybe a podcast or something, because it's not as easy as me just telling it to you. Because that's the thing with life and this matrix that they got us in, the information is just not going to be right there. They're not just going to have it easily and readily available for you, right? But what you could do is really quick is you got to go pull your credit score. You got to go do that, man. freeannualcreditreport.com or it's annualfreecreditreport.com, whichever one. You get one free credit pull from all 3 credit bureaus. That is the law. And see, that's what I'm saying. Like once you know the laws, you start working the laws in your favor because the laws, all of them, no matter where you fall on the spectrum, whether you're here or you're at the top of the echelon, no matter where you fall on the spectrum, there are laws built in. There's little loopholes built in for every level of the law of the ladder. There's little loopholes built in. We gotta find those loopholes. We gotta start jumping through. And at the end of the day, we have to do it at our level. We have to stop trying to be like if we have to stop racing to be millionaires. We have to stop trying to if it don't work one time, we're gonna give up. The fight is forever. Right? So pull your credit report, know where you stand. Sometimes I get people to ask me, if I have collections, should I pay them? My advice to you is no, I wouldn't pay collections. But again, I'm not pushing you. So before I even jump into this, I'm not a CPA. I'm not an attorney. This information is information that I use to help myself. If you want to take it and do whatever you want with it, you do it. But don't be out there telling you, Corey told me don't pay my bills. I did not say that. All right. But your collections have gone to, you owed somebody some money. They basically told the tax or the government that this person defaulted on this loan and I'm probably not going to get this money. They took that on the chin. They took that as an L. Somebody else picked up your debt. And they're claiming to be, let's say it's Brim and Brimmerstein that picked up your debt collection agency. And I'm saying that you owe me this debt. Well, look, I don't owe you. I mean, I owe them, but now it's on you to prove to me that I owe you. Guys, you got to fight. You got to fight. Now, again, the law is not really set up. It's not designed in your favor as the consumer, because every time you call me, I'm Brim and Brimmerstein collection agency. Every time you call me, I'm just verifying that you are who you are. And I'm just throwing it back on your credit. Guys, it's a game. It's literally you're playing Monopoly with your life though. It's not a board game. This is your real life. So yeah, you can do some dispute letters. Yeah, you can whatever. But it all depends on who you're talking to. So that's why you have somebody like me, an advocate. We step in and we say, hey, look, that's my client. Yeah, you know, don't talk to them no more. You got to talk to me. We represent them. Another thing we have to do is we have to start. We got to stop spending our cash. Got to stop spending your cash. Your cash has no value to you. Your cash has no value. You're spending your money. You're buying gas. You're getting groceries. You're paying your insurance. You're paying your cable bill. You're paying your cell phone bill. You're paying your car note. You're paying your electric bill. You're going to Lowe's. You're going to Home Depot. You're taking vacations. You're getting hotels. You're spending your money, and you're not getting anything, nothing back for your money. I don't live that life. I stopped living that life years ago. The purpose of your money is supposed to make more money. Money is not. It is not supposed to sit still. If you took money, actual money, paper money, and you buried it in your backyard or you buried it in the ground, it will deteriorate. That's the same thing you're doing when your money's sitting in your savings account, when your money's sitting in your checking account. Excuse me. Now, I'm not supposed to say you're not supposed to save. Absolutely. But your money, the essence of money, you guys can Google it. You can look it up. You can go on YouTube, go down the rabbit hole on YouTube. Your money is supposed to make more money. That is the purpose. That's why it was created, is to make more money. What we have been conditioned to and what we have been mentality slave mind into is we think we got to hoard it all and we got to keep it. That's not the purpose of money. The purpose of your money is to go out and make more money. You got to start investing in some things. You got to start taking some chances. There's going to be some risk involved. You got to start getting some apartment buildings. You got to start going to some auctions and flipping some cars. You got to start selling them. You got to start selling that CMOS. You got to buy some more product. You got to get out there, man. You got to fight. You got to fight. And every level and every, just start reinvesting in yourself. Start believing in yourself. Put your money to work. The one thing that I know you guys know, that if you go to the bank and you borrow $1,000 and you turn around and give them that money back, I don't know, in a week, what do you think the bank's going to do? They're going to extend you more money. They're going to give you more money. That's so all I'm doing is just showing them that, like, look, it's the same thing as a block. Front me this work. I'm going to put it out on the streets. It's going to come back straight and I'm going to give you your profit. And you know what they're going to do? They're going to give me some more. They're going to front me more work. Until the point where cut out the middleman. I'm just going to keep building until I cut out the middleman. Now I don't need your money because I've amassed so much that I don't need your money anymore. So I hope you guys are. I hope you guys are taking something from this. I wanted to test this mic. That's why I really went live. Why I really wanted to talk about credit. If you have any questions or anything, feel free to call in. No, I'm just playing. Yeah, whatever you want to comment down below, I'll answer as many questions as possible. I hope this is educational for you. I hope I'm able to encourage or motivate you. I did some things years ago. I changed my life. Credit was the foundation that did that. And then after that, I just started leveling up a little bit more. Like today, like I said, I got $20,000 a day. I can sleep a little bit comfortably tonight. And man, I still got more credit, but what did here's one of the, I always be saying I'm gonna leave, but I'd be getting these ideas. What if you're watching this right now, if you've hung in this long, or if you just even chimed in right now, right? Don't even think about it. If I were to cash app you $20,000 right now, I go to my phone, and I cash app you $20,000. Tell me the first three things you're gonna. Don't even think about it. What's the first three things you're gonna do? I'm gonna send you $20,000. What are the first three things you're gonna do? Somebody, anybody. I know there's probably like a 10-second, 15-second delay. But if somebody could just give me the first three things that you would do if I would cash app you $20,000. Let me hear it. Somebody talk to me. Tell me what you would do. Let me wave to you guys, man. Come on, don't leave me out here by myself, guys. Come on. Talk to me. Give me some feedback. What would you do? I'm gonna cash app you $20,000 right now. Give me three things. Give me the top three things that you would do. All right, David. Thank you, man. I see you, brother. I see you. David says, be careful of those banks who offer you forbearance. Yeah, brother. I was in the forbearance thing. I did that for like 3 months. And then they were like, they were so happy. They were like, so do you want to do another 3 months? I'm like, wait a minute. You going to move all that money to the back end? You going to add interest on that? I calculate it up. Like, no, no, no. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. I'm good. All right. David says he would pay off his debt. He'd add them and find a balance transfer. Brianna says she'd ask me what she can invest in. So here's what I'm saying. You guys can keep commenting, keep putting that energy out there. Keep talking to the universe. So what I'm saying is, what's David says, and then reinvest half for something else, right, man? Flip the money, right? So here's the thing: the only thing that's stopping you from where you are to what you would do with the money is the money. This is the only thing. Because most people, when I know I asked that question to a lot of people, and most people, you're gonna do something. You're not gonna blow the money, man. You're gonna blow a little bit of it. You're gonna blow some steam off. But for the most part, everyone that I ask, what would you do if I cashed out a certain amount of money to you? You're gonna take care of your family. You're gonna do something. You're gonna do some good within the world. You're gonna take that money and you're gonna do something good with it. So the only thing that's stopping you from where you are to the vision and the dream that you have for yourself is you just don't have the money. So I'm saying fix your credit and go get the money and then start living the life that God showed you that you're supposed to be living. Start living the life that you see for yourself. Those dreams that you have, those visions that you see for your business, that trip that you want to take your wife on. You've been promising your kids that we gonna go to Disney World or whatever it is. The only thing that's stopping you is you don't have enough money. Now there's a whole nother thing that I'm gonna do about generating money because I don't say that without the express pause. I'm not telling you to run out here and get $20,000 and just run through it. What I'm telling you is I set up my credit and got that going, and then I set up other businesses and multiple streams of income to fuel that craziness, right? So I'm generating the money to pump it through the credit, to generate the rewards, to pump it back into my life. So I'm not just telling you go out there and get $20,000 and go stir crazy and act like you ain't like it's unlimited funds. It's not unlimited funds. $20,000 ain't a lot of money in the grand scheme of things. What I am telling you to do though is start looking at your life differently. What does your life look like at a 700 credit score? What does your life look like when you start leveraging your credit and not living on it? What does your life look like when you're not living struggle to struggle? What does your life look like when your children come to you and they ask for something and you can provide it within reason? I mean, I'm not. My son asked me for a Range Rover. Not happening, brother. Not happening. Get out of college first, and then we'll talk about it, right? But I could get it for him. I'm attaching a goal to graduate. Graduate. I hope he doesn't see this, but I'll probably get it for, if he comes out of college. I'll get it for him because you know why I didn't have to pay any tuition. He got a full ride. It's a benefit. But again, I think I mean, he's an awesome kid and great. He's a really really dope kid. But I think that's because I started on this path that I wanted my children to have more. I wanted to become a better father and a better provider and a better protector. So I'm thinking that I'm getting blessed because that's the path that I went down. And now I'm in a position, not materialistically, it's not the material. I'm in a position that if my phone rang at any moment, 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365, not the money, the freedom, not the money. I don't have a job that I got to be to tomorrow. I don't have a cubicle that I don't have to answer to anybody. I'm not checking in with anybody tomorrow. Freedom. And I think that's what with credit and stepping into my faith and believing in myself and putting these messages and putting this good energy out into the universe and letting it spread. I think that's what it's done in my life. So if you guys have any comments, questions, concerns, drop them down below. I will answer as many questions as I possibly can. And Roy, I'm gonna call you when I get off of here, man. So in closing, man, look, always believe in yourself, never give up. Corey Brimmer Sugar Rim Bar. I want to thank you guys for watching these videos. I want to thank you for commenting. I want to thank you for inboxing me. I want to thank you guys for watching me grow. Because look, guys, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, y'all see, look, I don't have some heavy production team. I don't have somebody watching me with a camera. I don't have like I said, I don't have any contracts. I don't have any sponsorship. And I don't, and again, I don't say that because I don't want it. I just really believe that God got me on a quest where I got to grow this. This is a personal journey for myself that I'm growing to a higher level. I want to see where God's going to take me. So if there's any knowledge that I have, or there's anything I can impart on you, if there's any wisdom I can give you, also, and if there's anything that I've ever shared with you, right? If you've ever taken any of these things, these jewels, these nuggets that I drop, don't keep them. Share them, give them to other people, because I always tell my clients, especially the credit clients, your family, like it's awesome that you're going to send me referrals, but let's get to the point where you put me out of business. Seriously, I'm so serious. Let's get to the point where I'm not doing credit repair, because we finally came up, like the Jeffersons. We finally got the big house in the sky. We finally came up. Stop sending me referrals. Because no one's going to need me, because we all, like Nas, remember that, like the world is yours. We all riding around with 700 credit scores. What does that life look like? If you have 5 good friends with 700 credit scores and a couple $100,000 stacked up in the bank, what does your life look like? And you got the right mindset. And you investing and reinvesting. And then you teaching this stuff to your children. What does our community begin to look like? Anyway, I've said enough. Thank you guys for watching. Thank y'all for letting me test this mic out. I'll rock out with y'all later. Much love. Corey Brimmer Sugar Rim Bar, over and out. Never give up. Always believe in yourself.